Hi, welcome back for another episode of DAT. Whoa, hold on. And you know what's worse is I'll probably use my fuck up.
Oh, crap.
And scene. Welcome back to another episode of Film Speak on DATV. Kind of a special episode today. Today we have Lady Demure coming on. She has and I think this is true, the longest running LBGT public access show in the country, possibly the world. So this is kind of a big deal. And we're going to be on here to talk about the impact of her show and the impact that DATV has on the community and the importance of DATV. And then we're going to talk about kind of a favorite movie of mine called Hedwig and the Angry Inch. I don't know if you've ever seen this movie before, but it's kind of like a rock and roll fantasy. It mixes inspirations like T-Rex and David Bowie and Iggy Pop into this big musical kaleidoscope. I mean, it's just a beautiful film. So stay tuned. There's going to be a lot going on. And thanks for joining us. Okay, usually I spend this portion, since I've come back, I'm griping and bitching about something. But instead, we're going to switch it up with some positivity. This is Izzy.
What's up?
You're from Gym City Podcast?
I am from Gym City Podcast. You can go to gymcitypodcast.com. We release 3 podcasts a week on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And they're on iTunes, Stitcher, or gymcitypodcast.com. They're all free. It covers anything and everything from Dayton, including you here soon.
Yeah, I'm going to be on Gym City Podcast, and then coming back in June, they're going to come and be on my show. And so this is, I guess, a plug.
That's right.
I'm just excited because, growing up in the 70s, I like the idea of doing the Happy Days, Laverne and Shirley,
Yes.
more crossover type special things.
I love it. I'm down.
And it's all Dayton.
It is all Dayton. And it's anything and everything, which I love. A lot of podcasts have a niche market, have a niche subject that they talk about, which is great. But when we started back in 2013 covering the Dayton area, we have featured tons of bands. We featured 2 mayors. We featured festivals, anything and everything, and it's uncensored.
Filmmakers, food. I know you guys talk about like the food in the restaurants in the area and stuff.
We're big food fans, and a couple of our co-hosts, they're big beer enthusiasts. And Dayton being a hot spot for breweries, there's endless people to talk to.
Yeah, we have the beer tours here now.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're not from Dayton, it's worth checking out. I mean, some neighborhoods you don't want to go cruising through. But we are a hard city, though. That's probably why we like drinking our beer.
True. The winters are rough.
Yeah.
I hear that we have a few less days of rain and cloudy weather than Seattle, so I think it toughens us.
And then we got the cicadas coming this year, too.
That's fun, right?
That's going to be fun. So thank you for coming on.
Thanks, man.
And hey, Please check out Gem City Podcast at gemcitypodcast.com. And of course, no matter what you do, always watch Film Speak. Thanks very much. Thanks for coming.
Thanks, brother.
We'll be seeing you soon.
Yeah, dude.
Little sip of coffee here. Gotta have some Go Juice. Not like I haven't had enough caffeine this morning.
Yeah, okay.
I'm gonna reach that point where I'm gonna have enough coffee and time's gonna slow down, and I'm just gonna be moving like in a blur.
Yeah. That happens.
I tried switching to tiramisu, but then everything starts expanding.
Ooh, tiramisu.
My favorite type of coffee dessert. Yes. Oh boy. Boy.
We might have to score some of that. All right, so we're ready? Are you ready? I'm gonna have to teach him to sing back to me. Yes, I'm ready.
I'm ready.
All right. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Welcome. We're here on Film Speak. A very special episode. It's kind of a DATV episode. And I'm sitting here with my two very special guests. We have Lady Demure and Miss Laura.
Hi, how are you?
Thank you guys for coming on the show.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you for inviting us.
Thank you.
Well, I know we always work together because I help direct Harper's Bizarro World,
Yay.
which is, and I said this in the opening, and so correct me if I'm wrong, it is the longest running public access LB.
Variety talk show in the USA.
Wow, variety talk show in the USA. Now, how about the world?
Yes.
I would
Yes,
think so,
yes.
yeah.
See, that sounds.
Yeah, I think didn't we
Yeah.
do the
We entered the show into the Guinness Book of World
that's
Records.
the word I couldn't think of.
And the only reason we didn't get the honor because there was no competition.
Wow.
There's no categories.
No
so if
categories.
You're even a
There-
trailblazer, Ms. Demure.
There is nobody who can keep up with you.
Nope. Nobody even
Oh,
thought of it.
please.
Thought of it.
Well, that is excellent. Well, I tell you what, for our 5 or 6 viewers that we have here,
Thank you.
tell us a little bit about what your show is.
Well, it's a variety show, a combination of Carol Burnett and I don't know. We the talk, and we use the green screen. We have sock puppets occasionally. We do musical numbers and
Right.
skits. So it's just a whole salad bowl of fun.
And green tea.
And green
fig
tea and
Newtons.
fig Newtons.
And fig Newtons, yes.
Yeah.
You know, we talk about current events, movies,
Yeah.
whole 9 yards.
A little bit of everything.
Yeah. And we talk about me.
Talk about you.
We talk
Laura
about me
has
a
been
lot.
on the show since 2004.
Wow.
On and
Yeah.
off, yeah.
That is a long run.
It is, yeah. But it's a lot of fun, and it always evolves. Like, you would think, oh, wow, after all that time, same old, same old. But it's always changing, and it's always growing, really.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, then you guys got stuck with me, so it's probably just downhill from here.
Oh, stop that.
Oh, thank you.
We
And thank
love
you,
trying new
yeah.
things. You're wonderful on the show.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Now, I wanted to touch a little bit on DATV. For those of you who don't know, because maybe you're watching this on YouTube, but DATV is a public access channel in Dayton. It's one of the last remaining public access channels in the country. And probably one of the most well-equipped that's left.
Oh, definitely.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's just a wonderful thing here. I'm a big believer because I like community, and Dayton is a community. I think DATV is very important for that. It gives people a chance, not just ministries and stuff like that, to be able to reach out to people, but anybody with an idea.
Well, we're the original social media. A lot of people don't understand that.
Right.
That
OMG.
We were here first. Yeah, exactly. And a lot of people that join DATV, it's great for your resume. It's great that we have YouTube and people can upload videos on their phone or their other devices, but just think under the DATV umbrella, it's even a better thing on your resume.
Well, you learn how to, use the lights.
Exactly.
Setting up a set, the control board,
Exactly.
how to balance sound and
Right.
everything. There's a lot that goes into it.
And
Well-
even it's volunteer here, right? And it is community, but people actually can train for jobs out in that market. And a lot of us have gone on and on, have gone on for that.
Oh, exactly.
Like Jim Booker, Larry now is at ABC or whatever. Yeah.
Well, I know I've seen, because I've been into like the broadcast rooms at PBS and at Channel 45, and their setup's a little bigger, than what we have in our control room, but it's still the same
It's
thing.
the same thing.
If
yeah,
you can learn how to
exactly.
use the TriCaster and the board and the equipment in there, you can learn how to use it at Fox 45.
Yeah, and that's the thing that you can't get from uploading stuff on YouTube.
No.
Yeah.
So we have the whole 9 yards.
Well,
so.
it's the professional equipment.
Exactly.
And the newest professional equipment, like our cameras, I believe are all new. I don't touch them, but they.
You admire them from a
darling
distance.
moment.
Nice.
A darling moment.
Oh,
yes.
yeah. But still, and they're all new.
Yeah.
So that's
Well, the robot cameras that they have here, there's a lot of the big studios.
Yes, they
that,
are.
That don't
they
have
are
those.
very well.
Yeah, but they don't have a sense of humor. They don't get any jokes.
No,
No,
really
they don't. They're completely deadpan, But
don't get any water on them; they'll shock you. Yeah. Yes. Boo. Yeah.
I'm just always worried about them trying to take over the world.
Exactly.
First the studio, and then the country.
We're getting to that point, though. What do you think about the cars that are able to drive by themselves? Isn't that crazy?
Well, it would be scary if it can't be any worse than most of the drivers that are already out there. So, let's go for it. I remember reading a sci-fi book by Alan Dean Foster back in '85, where they had magnetic strips in the roads. And that's how cars would go, is they would read the magnetic strips and then take you wherever you needed to go.
Wow,
And
interesting.
I don't think we're far from that.
That's crazy.
Isn't it, though? Well, before we leave, because, we're going to end this segment,
Oh.
but then we're going to talk about Hedwig for a few minutes.
Yes.
Yes, which, favorite of mine. I might have to hop out and let my daughter hop in here because it's a favorite of hers, too. We all know from having her on the show that her and I have fairly similar taste in film.
Very
and we
similar.
love our musicals.
Genetic.
Yeah.
Yes, we do. We're like the only people we know of that loves the musicals.
Oh, I love music.
I love
musicals.
musicals. Well, they're just like any movie. A lot of them will be crap. But there are some really good ones out there.
Well, and it's so hard today to make a musical because, I'm influenced by the MGM musicals from the 1930s and 40s, and so back then you'd have a normal setting and then you break out in song. And so today's job is to take that same format and expand on it and make it more realistic.
Well, I thought Baz Luhrmann did, because we talked about this. It's the episode that's coming out this week. I thought Baz Luhrmann did a wonderful job with Moulin Rouge. Taking the Busby Berkeley kind of style and flash and then bringing it into the modern world.
Exactly.
But we'll talk about that because we'll save the movie talk for the movie talk section. Before we leave, though, I wanted to touch on, because Pride Day's coming up, and I'm very proud of how this has grown in Dayton and in our community. I did a documentary down there a few years ago that I put on DATV, and I thought it would be great for us to discuss a minute about that upcoming too.
Oh, great. I'm excited. A lot of good things coming.
Yeah, well, you're going to be a big part of that, well, at least.
Yes.
And when is that?
Pride weekend starts the first weekend in June.
That's what I thought.
Actually, it's the whole month.
Yeah, and this episode will be out before then.
Yes.
Yes, so
Right, yes.
So this will be a nice reminder to get off your lazy frickin' asses, right? Go out and show some support, and maybe learn something about some different people, okay? Because I tell you what, I'll leave it at this. I had this great time because I went around the camera interviewing people, and such wonderful, poignant points of views. Great expressive people, wonderful ideas. And then right before I left, I came to this guy and I asked him, what he thought of Pride Day. And he's like, I didn't know what this was. I saw they had food. I came down here for the food. And I was like, well, what do you think of Dayton? He goes, well, goddamn, I moved here. I didn't realize Dayton was a gun city. Everybody needs a gun in Dayton, And I just thought, well,
He's exercising his opinion.
Well, that's what, what? I left him.
I respect that.
I left him in the documentary because I put a disclaimer up showing, just to show that I'm not one-sided and I'm willing to show everybody's points of view. Here's an idiot.
Well, it's like Auntie Mame said. Okay, now the musical Mame. Auntie Mame said, life's a banquet, but most sons of bitches are starving. That guy is like from
that guy's
Hunger.
star. You
Yeah.
know, I love that line.
I use
Isn't
that
that
all
just
the
a
time.
great line?
Yeah. Oh, it is.
I love a good banquet. Ooh.
Yeah, well, I do too. But
I
there's
put
so much
mayonnaise
to
on an aspirin, I
learn
tell
and
you.
appreciate.
Oh.
You know?
I've got a problem because I love pig too much. Oh man, you put a rack of ribs or a nice shank in front of me, man, I am in heaven. And I will go into a food coma. All right, stay tuned before I get talking about food, and we'll be right back. Talk about Hedwig, the Angry Inch, and probably tangent into a bunch of other just crap that has nothing to do with it.
Okay.
Stay tuned.
Forgive me for I did not know. 'Cause I was just a boy, you were so much more. Than any God could ever plan, more than a woman or a man. Now I understand how much I took from you. That when everything started.
He's rolling. He's recording. He's good. Henry's on top of it. He's the man. We're going to get him a big shirt with an S on it and a cape to wear when he comes. All right. Welcome back to Film Speak. We're here to talk about a favorite movie of mine, of your guys's. Well, have you seen Hedwig?
No, but I know about it.
You know about it? Well, she's had a weakness. We can.
Yeah,
I saw it when
didn't-
I saw the movie when it first came out.
You saw it when it first came out. I have seen it maybe 40 times.
Wow, was that?
Wow.
Yeah, we had it on DVD. You know, and it's just one of those films. I shit you not. I will just put it on for the music. You know, I'm vacuuming, I'm doing dishes.
I've heard that. Yes.
Yeah,
That,
and
yeah.
I will throw it in just so I can clean and sing along with the songs.
Yeah.
Wow.
The song "Wig in the Box." That is one.
That's a great number.
I will play that 2 or 3 times in a row just because I frickin' dig that number.
Well, just to let you know, we may be having a guest on Bizarro World soon. He's a famous Ruby girl in Dayton, Lisa Plymouth, and she possibly will be doing some numbers from Hedwig. So
You'll
we're trying to
enjoy
get her
working
on
that
the
show
show.
then.
See,
There
that
you
will
go.
be so awesome.
Yes, exactly.
I really wanted to. I mean, it sucks being poor. You know, that's just the way life is. But I really wanted to go see Neil Patrick Harris's Hedwig.
Oh my
You
God.
know, that would have just been
That
the
would have been
most
amazing.
beautiful,
He-
beautiful show.
I did see like excerpts, you know, from it, like in things, you know, from the show. He was amazing. He
On the Tonys.
Oh,
Oh my
yes.
God. He was
Oh,
just
my
amazing.
yeah, I
goodness.
saw him perform there.
Oh,
Oh.
that was he nailed it.
Yeah.
It was just amazing.
Yeah.
And I saw what's his name from Dexter.
Oh yeah, the actor. He was also on.
He was he
what's the show that was on?
6 Feet Under.
Yes, he was on. That as
Oh,
well.
Yeah.
okay. All right.
Yeah, and he played Hedwig after Neil Patrick Harris. I
I
thought
remember that. Yeah.
I thought what an interesting bit of casting, but I still wanted to see it.
Well, I think it's actually the role, and if the actor can feel it, you could put Neil Patrick Harris or the next one in it, and it has the same impact. Not to minimalize,
Yeah.
but still, because it's that good and that strong of a premise that
Well, you know, it started off as a one-person show, as almost like a stand-up routine with music. And then it grew to a stage show, which became an independent movie, which went back to being a Broadway show. I mean,
And it's interesting that
Full
you said
circle.
that. Back in 2004, I made a trip to New York City, and I stayed at this hotel called the Jane.
yeah?
And it's near, I think it's near either the Village or the closer to the Meatpacking District. And this hotel hosted Hedwig. So right in the beginning, when it was starting, it had appeared at this hotel.
Oh,
So
wow.
that was kind of ironic.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah. And I didn't know that until I left the hotel on my last day there. And I was like, this is really cool.
Well, Hedwig was one of those movies where, for me, it's kind of like Boondock Saints, where I had never heard of it, right? And then I had somebody say, "Oh God, you haven't heard of this? Oh, you have to watch this." And you know, it's going to be your next. You're going to be your next favorite movie. And fucking hey, they were right. You know. And I love having, because I'm usually the type of person where people are like, "Oh, have you seen this movie?" And I'm like, "Oh yeah, I've seen that like 12 times. Thanks." You know. But when somebody turns me on to a film that I didn't know existed, you know, that is one of the most rarest pleasures of life.
Well, not to mention, you know, it's become such a cult classic, and just think of all the other movies it's been compared to, but it stands on its own. It's definitely original.
Well, I love the music.
I've got a sweet tooth for licorice drops and jelly rolls. Hey, sugar daddy, Hansel needs some sugar in his bowl.
You know, it's got that 70s glamour kind of punk,
Exactly.
David Bowie feel, you know, T-Rex. Yeah, it's great music, a great story, a painful story.
A very painful story, and how ironic that this movie, you know, it's very pioneering that it opened that door to the discussion, and look at where we're at now. I mean, we've got Laverne Cox, and we have, you know, Caitlyn Jenner, and it just shows you how just something can just, you know, evolve with conversation and open that door.
Yeah, you know, it takes it takes one or two people to break through, and that's like the old fairy tale of the hole in the dike, you know?
Oh, the little boy with
the little boy with his finger in it. Yeah, you know, because all it takes is just for that little bit to leaking through, that eventually it's all going to bust through.
Oh, definitely.
You know?
Definitely.
You think about early 90s, you know, when RuPaul first became big, you know, had an album out and a music video and was doing guest appearances in the Brady Bunch movie and, you know, on TV shows and all over the place. Well, that was where the real groundbreaking started, you know, at least for transvestites, you know, to open the door for people to start accepting and saying, this is an alternative lifestyle. It might not be for me, but, you know, it's doing them good and they're not hurting anybody, you know.
Well, he was on the radio in New York at that time, and he had a huge following.
Yeah.
People, I think people had the feeling, oh, finally. And it broke walls. I mean, it broke an ice thing that people, like, they gravitated to, loved him.
Yeah.
All kinds of people. I'm not just saying transvestites or which way, this way, that. I'm saying, you know, mothers with their children, loved him.
Yeah.
There was something about
Charisma.
him. Yes.
Yeah, the it factor.
You
Yeah,
didn't
exactly.
even, you know, that he was a transvestite. That was not even in the mind of many people.
Well, you know, it's like Sidney Poitier in the 50s.
Oh, yeah.
You know,
definitely.
just becoming acceptable, you know.
Yes. Yeah.
Because because I remember my grandmother, you know, who wasn't forcefully racist, you wouldn't say, you know.
Well,
but
that generation.
It's a generation. It's from the era, you
Exactly.
know. But you know, she would say stuff like, you know, well, I don't know about some of them boys at work, but I do like Sidney Poitier.
Oh yeah.
You know.
Well, and even my oldest friend in the world, his late mom, she would refer to people of color as colored, but it wasn't her. She wasn't being racist. It's
Just how she
that
was.
was
That's
the
just how it was back
phraseology
then.
in those
Yeah.
days.
Exactly.
That's what they
yeah.
said.
So it always evolved, and it's interesting. What was it, a few months ago? We were talking about this. We were talking about the Oscars and how, you know, every year it's you know, one year it's the year of the woman, and the next year it's for the environment, and it's for African. So it always, you know.
It's always evolving and changing. And
Yeah.
it's
Yeah,
working.
you say that, and it reminds me of when, God, isn't that sad when it's like one of the most biggest actors in the world, and I can hear his voice in my head, but you know, it could have been a contender, could have been somebody.
Marlon Brando.
Marlon
Oh,
Brando,
yeah.
when he got his Academy Award in
Oh,
1972
yeah.
for Godfather.
And the American Indian.
The American Indian, you know, to try
That
to
was very
bring.
powerful.
Oh, that was really powerful. Pissed a lot of people off.
Exactly.
But it still helped change things.
Oh, yeah.
Exactly. And my thing is that even to this day, there's so many different groups out there, which is great because we're a melting pot. But
Yeah.
if one group isn't represented this year and another group has the stage, then all of a sudden everybody's saying, "Oh, it's racist." It's not that. We just have so many different people.
Right, yeah.
Exactly,
It's
and
just
everybody
so much.
deserves a turn.
Everybody deserves a turn.
Yeah.
But you know, I've always looked at it as, because there are so many groups, right? And I belong to none of them, you know? So I'm forming my own group,
And what
okay?
group is
And
that?
I want my own goddamn set of rights, okay? I want my own bathroom, okay? And I want my own brand of coffee.
Exactly.
So fuck the rest of you.
There you go. Can anybody join your group? Like, can I get a membership in your group?
They can, okay? It either takes money, blowjobs, or free cash.
Now, when I used to go out, I would go to the ladies' room, and when I was, Miss Demure, and it was never an issue because I was just another girlfriend in the ladies'
Yeah.
room. So
Now they're checking you as you're walking in.
exactly,
I don't know anybody just
I think
do
the
where
joggers
they
need to be
want
checked.
to
Well,
do. Go.
If we could point out something, okay, in Europe they have had, what do you call those, Eurosex? Unisex bathrooms all over the place forever, okay?
We're so behind.
Oh,
over here. We
here's
really
a
are.
quick
We
clue.
really
You know who?
Even in our houses, and in some places, there's only like one bathroom either way.
Exactly.
So who cares?
And this is what I find funny, because everybody's all like, protect the children. You gotta watch out for the children. When in the actuality, most molesters are straight white men in their 30s.
Yeah.
Okay? So those are the people you gotta watch out for. Let's all grab our pitchforks and our torches, and let's go run out some white rich guys in their 30s.
The hypocrisy.
Oh yeah.
It's just, it reeks of it.
And I can say that because I'm 45, so I'm past that.
Now, I travel with the kids a lot. I have 2 boys, 1 girl. I travel with them a lot. And when they're little and you're like in an airport or the stops on the highways and stuff, it's like, well, you can't let the especially little boy go by himself, first
Yeah.
of all. You know what he's doing. So into the ladies' room or the family bathroom. And you know what? The boys don't. It's like,
They're kids. They're just little boys.
They
Yeah,
don't care.
yeah, exactly.
It's no big deal.
Long gone are the days of the 70s when my mom would write a note saying, please sell my son a pack of cigarettes and a gallon of milk. And I would walk to the store with the note,
yeah,
be like
right.
6 years old,
Yeah.
getting a pack of
sure.
Larklight 100s and a gallon of milk,
You could
you
do
know?
that. You really
could do
could.
that.
Yeah,
then.
you could do that then, yeah.
Now they
My
leave
parents
the
were always
doors unlocked,
bartenders. I
yeah.
grew up in bars. My parents were, through the 70s, were bartenders. So I
Wow.
spent most of my childhood in bars. And boy, could you get away with that shit now?
No, boy, children's
Well,
services
and that's the
would be on
media
you.
too. We're constantly having these images thrown in front of us, and
Yeah.
so people are just influenced by so many things now because there's so many things available.
They're not influenced, they're oppressed, okay? Because it's like what George Carlin said. Okay, the corporations and the government only want us smart enough to push the button, but not smart enough to realize what the fuck is happening to us.
Yeah,
That's
You
true.
know?
very
Yeah.
true. Yeah.
Well, I guess on that positive note,
Oh, yeah, that's great.
we should wrap this up. I think we have filled the half hour. I tried to cut the show down to a half hour. It doesn't always work, but if I can get around that target, because I think when I have the 50-minute shows, people are like, "Fuck this, man! God, just shut this fucker up," and they're turning me off. So I'm trying.
Can I say one more thing?
One more thing?
Okay, so Saturday, I believe it's June 4th, I will be down at Courthouse Square for the parade. I actually have a float now, and I'm so excited. We're going to be promoting downtown Dayton's first ever dog park. It's the downtown dog park at Deeds Point. I am one of the original founders, and I'm still on the committee. And so we're gonna promote all the dog parks, and hopefully bring your dogs. And we have a nice little float, so it's gonna be a lot of fun.
Well, I'm going to have to bring my dog.
Exactly.
Hell yeah! Star will love it. Well, thank you guys very much for
Thank
coming
you.
on.
Thank you for having us.
And then this is the end, and stay tuned for the exits, and we'll catch you later. Thanks for watching.
Bye.
And remember, be open-minded, don't be a prick.
Okay.
And that's it.
Thank you.
Thank you guys.
Thank you.
I'm going to have a cigarette, and Stephanie and I are going to talk about David Lynch. You know what I love about outros is because I'm lying. Because I don't know if it was a good show or not. It could have been like the most spectacular piece of crap, And who knows? Oh, wasn't that a great show? Thanks for coming on Film Speak, and thank you, Lady Demure and Laura. Yes, she's a frequent guest on the show, and a little tidbit, I'm usually the director on Harper's Bizarro World, and so it was kind of like easy for me to call them up and say, could you please come and be on my show? Well, thank you very much. Join us next time. We'll have more guests, more things about local filmmaking, and more things about Dayton. Thank you very much.
You think that luck has left you there, but maybe there's nothing up in the sky but air, and there's no mystical design, no cosmic lover preassigned. There's nothing you can find that cannot be found.
Stay tuned. And we're not actually stopping. We're just going to keep on going.
Okay.
So just give it 1, 2, 3 beats. Keep recording, Henry. Thank you very much.
Now he's supposed to say, you're welcome.
And away we go.
All right.